Hello there, everybody, and welcome to Chamberlain's Chamber. I'm Michael Chamberlain, and we are taking a look at yet another of the top thoroughbred races across North America this weekend, as we are looking at the Grade 1 Woodbine Mile up there on the E.P. Taylor Turf Course at Woodbine in Ontario. The field of 8 is highlighted by the 2-1 morning line favorite, last year's Preakness winner, War of Will. 2-1 on the morning line. Second choice is 5-2. That's March to the Arch. They're bookending the field. March to the Arch on the inside, War of Will on the outside, and they're coming from the same barn for trainer Mark Cassie. Third choice in here is the mare, a mare taking on the boys here, Starship Jubilee, and she is 4-1 on the morning line. This field of 8, you'll notice we have an extra column on our board here. We're going to explain that for those of you who have been watching our videos right along. First of all, we want to thank you for doing that and remind you to like our videos and comment on our videos, as well as subscribe to this channel on YouTube. The blue column is our average speed of the 4 races at or nearest the distance, in this case 1 mile on the turf. The red column is the wins in those 4 races. Now what we've done with the purple column, we have times over the average, and we have an added number up here. The average is 90, and what that is we've taken the races for these horses at or near the distance, those 4 races for each horse that we are using. In the case of Cheryl Spite, we're only using 2 races because that horse is only run twice. So we are taking those figures and averaging them out. We get a number of 90 for that average. And this column here on the end is the times that these horses have been over that average of 90 for their Brisnet speed figures. We use our Brisnet past performances. So as we take a look at this field of 8, War of Will has the fastest average speed of 96.25 at or near the 1 mile distance. 2 wins in those 4 races and 4 Brisnet speed figures of 90 or better for War of Will. The second highest speed figure is down on the inside. That's number 1, March to the Arch. 93.5 is the average speed. 1 win in those races, 3 times over the average of 90 for that average speed of this field. So War of Will and March to the Arch, the 2 horses that are the favorites on the morning line, they have the best speed records in this field and the best average speed numbers as well. The third highest speed number belongs to number 3, Cheryl's Spite, who is 8-1 on the morning line. This is the most inexperienced horse in this race with only 2 starts. A win to break the maiden in July on the turf at Woodbine, and then won a Grade 3 stake on the artificial surface at Woodbine later in July. Has not run since July 25th, so is coming back off of a layoff here for trainer Roger Atfield. So the 3 horses with the highest speed figures are the 8 War of Will, the 1 March to the Arch, and the 3 Cheryl Spite. Now we noticed 2 wins and 2 starts, and one of those races did exceed that speed average of 90. The 4th highest speed figure in here belongs to the mare Starship Jubilee, who is at 90. A couple of wins in that time, and a couple of races over the 90 speed figure as well. Our top selection in this race is actually going to be the horse on the inside, number 1, March to the Arch. That 93.5 is very impressive. It's not quite the 96.25 of War of Will, but it's competitive enough with his stablemate to give March to the Arch consideration as the win horse here. 1 win in that time frame of the 4 races that came last time out in the Grade 2 King Edward over the turf course at Woodbine. And I'm basing a lot of this selection on that race because the Brisnet speed figure in that race was 101. Which blows away that average of 90, and is also the only of these races to exceed the 100 mark as far as the Brisnet speed figures are concerned. Patrick Husbands will have the ride for trainer Mark Cassie on our top pick, March to the Arch. Our second choice is the Preakness winner of last year, number 8, War of Will. 2 turf starts for War of Will. The last 2 turf races at Santa Anita in May, finished up the track, ended up getting placed 6th through a disqualification in the Shoemaker Mile, and then came back to win the Maker's Mark Mile at Keeneland in July. So War of Will has got some good turf breeding, Warfront being the sire, out of a Sadler's Wells mare. So certainly a horse that should be comfortable on the grass and did show that last time out at Keeneland. Our third choice in this race is going to hopefully live up to his name. Number 7, Value Proposition, 6-1 on the morning line. 89.5, that speed number, so very close to the 90 mark. That Starship Jubilee is kind of our baseline number here with the 90. 3 wins in the 4 races that we are examining here. Only 5 starts in this Ridgeling's career, has won 3 of them. And the most recent win was 2 starts back at Belmont back in June. Did post a bullet work on September 11th on the turf at Saratoga, 5 furlongs in 1 minute and 2/5. Luis Contreras will have the ride on Value Proposition, our third choice. And our fourth choice in here is going to be the most interesting horse in the race, I think, and that's number 3, Cheryl Spite. Just those 2 starts by Spitestown, a Breeders' Cup Sprint winner. The rider here will be Kazushi Kimura, who is going to be up for Roger Attfield. I do like this horse quite a bit with those 2 victories in 2 lifetime starts. This horse more than likely is going to go to the front and try to run all the way on top. So Cheryl Spite, I would expect to set the pace in here with March to the Arch and War of Will going to be running toward the tail end of the race. So our top 4 selections are 1, 8, 7, and 3. As we take a look at our wager, we have those top numbers right across the top of our board, 1, 8, 7, 3. And we're going to do $5 to win in place on number 1, March to the Arch, with that 5-2 morning line. So that's a $10 investment there. Then a $1 exacta box of our 4 top picks, 1, 3, 7, 8. That is a $12 addition to our investment. And then, and I do want to point out that we were corrected on this in last week's Queen's Plate video, Woodbine does a 20-cent trifecta box of those 4 horses. That costs $4.80. So our total investment is $26.80. Once again, our top 4 picks in here: number 1, March to the Arch; number 8, War of Will; number 7, Value Proposition; and number 3, Cheryl's Spite. 1, 8, 7, 3 is how we see the Woodbine Mile this coming Saturday up there in Canada. Once again, we want to remind everyone, like this video, comment on this video. Let us know who you think is going to win in this race. If you like War of Will, if you like March to the Arch, or maybe one of the long shots we didn't talk about in here, Admiralty Pier, Olympic Runner, Armistice Day. Be sure to comment and let us know who you think is going to win. And also don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Chamberlain's Chamber. We want to thank you very much for watching. I'm Michael Chamberlain, and we'll catch you next time.